Hello everyone, what is up? My name is Vincent Angelo Arceta, and today we're going to talk about my second program project. So, in our case study here, the best restaurant to buy food, let us read the problem first. So, select at least 3 restaurants in your area. These 3 restaurants must offer at least 3 of the same food. In this case study, you will design a program that will identify the best restaurant to buy specific food based on its price and rank. The price of the food is the actual price from the restaurants you selected, while ranking of the food will be based on your criteria. So it depends on our taste. It is said that we will design a program that will identify the best restaurant to buy specific food based on its price and rank. So the user must input his or her specific food depending on what he likes or she likes. This is the prices that we listed, that I collected and browsed. Which in Palaisdaan, we have the pancit lokban, which is 235 pesos, chicken barbecue 235, sisig bangus and 225. And in Bodies, we have the pancit lokban 245, chicken barbecue 225, sisig bangus 240. And in Paring Abel, we have the pancit lokban 240 pesos, chicken barbecue 240 pesos, sisig bangus 220. So let us proceed to our Dev C++ project. So starting with hashtag include IOStream, which is the basic one, the basic library directory of C++, and the other one, which is the IOmanip, or the IO manipulator. So explaining this first, IOmanip is basically the manipulator of the output in C++ program for the functions to be used. By this, we can make the output of any program neater and presentable for the user. For example here, set W72. Set W means we set the width, meaning instead of tabbing like this, instead of tabbing \t, instead of executing that, and that basically makes our program uglier, or not, or what I mean is not presentable. So if we run this using the set W72, we will see the spaces here, and here. So that basically is the purpose of having the IOmanip and the set W72 function. So let us proceed to our main program using namespace std, our void functions, the void all, void rest intro or restaurant introduction, void get char ampersand to buy, void give price, char ampersand and menu. Those are the parameters. Void g price, char ampersand code, void recom, char ampersand recommend. This is our main function, int main, int loop bar. This is basically just the loop of our program. So later I will show you how this is our main function. So proceeding to void function all, we have the function of rest intro, get char, give price, cheap price, recom. And this is it, the restaurant intro, which is our void function rest intro here. This is just basically the intro of our program. It's like the introduction here. Let us run this first. This is our intro that shows the title, best restaurant to buy food, and the Tayabas restaurants here in our right side, and the code and menu, which is when the user input A, he will get the prices of pancit lokban. Input B, chicken barbecue. Input C, he will get the prices of sisig bangus. So later we will test this to check if the program runs well. So in void get char, we force the user to type the code. These are the code listed, A, B, C. So if we type the code here, he will input C in to buy here. Now proceeding to the next function. So in a void give price, as I said earlier, the user will type in his or her desired food. So in order to see the prices, we made a code here, if statement, which we have the condition menu equals uppercase letter A. So in case he type in a small letter case letter A, menu equals small letter A. So this is our block of codes that will be executed if the input he typed is true. Same as this, same as the second if statement. We have the condition menu equals B. So if the user input character letter B, either upper or lowercase letter b, the program will send the output here. And it's the same for letter C. If the user type in the code C, and we declare that in our void all get char. Give price. So proceeding to the void function, cheap price, char ampersand code, the parameter as the parameter. We have the if statement here. We're gonna be using if statement, if and else, with a condition if the user type in code A or uppercase letter A, we declare the prices here, which is the integer price of kamayan sa palaisdaan. This is the price for the pancit lokban, which is 235. The price in Buddy's restaurant, which is 245 pesos. And the price in Kusina ni Paring Abel, which is 240 pesos. In our if statement here, we have the condition if price KP is less than price BR and price KP less than price PA and price BR is greater than price PA, our program will execute this depending on our value here, which we declared. Our program will execute this. It will said recommend for its value dish, and it will suggest that pancit lokban ng kamayan sa palaisdaan is cheaper. Later we will run our program, and in another if statement, our second condition, code B, if the input type in code B, we declared again the prices of chicken barbecue in each restaurant, which is in Kamayan sa Palaisdaan, the price of chicken barbecue is 235 pesos. In Buddy's restaurant, 225 pesos. And in Kusina ni Paring Abel, we have 240 pesos. In our if statement here, this is again the condition. I will no longer further explain this because this is just a program I. It's hard to explain this, but yeah. And here again in our if statement, code equals C. If the user input uppercase or lower C. And now in our third if statement, we have the condition code equals C. If the user type in letter C, so I declare again the prices of chicken barbecue. No, this should have been sisig bangus. I'm sorry. Sisig bangus. I just copy and paste it because of this, because it really has the same condition as this one, this first condition. Now proceeding again to our if statement. Those are the conditions. It just really depends here in this price. In the price of sisig bangus of Kamay sa Palisdaan is less than to the price of Buddy's Restaurant, and the price of Kamay sa Palisdaan is less than the price of Kusina ni Paring Abel, and ampersand, the price of BR, which is the Buddy's Restaurant, is greater than price Kusina ni Paring Abel, and ampersand, the price of BR, which is the Buddy's Restaurant, is greater than price of PA. So the ampersand here is basically just the logical operator we used when we evaluate two or more expressions to obtain a single relational result. So if we did this, we have three declaration here, which is the price KP, price BR, and price PA. That's why we have three expressions here. If the user input any of the letters A, B, and C, it'll just recommend any of this statement here. Now let us proceed to void recom, or the recommendation, which is recommended by me, which tastes delicious more. So I scored it 10 out of 10. Now let us read the if statement first, with a condition recommend equals A. Another, which is if the user input any of these three letters A, B, C, it will show the statements of any of these three. So really, each of these functions are connected. It has the same function as the give price, chip price, and void recom. If the user type in whichever the letters here, A, B, C, he will get the same statements. I mean, same output here, and here. So we have to declare it first here in our void all, so that we can execute the program. As you can see, the rest intro is here, which we have no parameters because it's just the intro. And I get char food because of the char food we declared here, and I give price, chip price, recom. So let us run the program. So we have the program here, which is if the program tells the user to input the code to see the price type. So the user should have only typed A or B or C, whichever he or she likes. For example, I am the user. I type in, I like pancit lokban, so let us type A. So the output here, the program will basically show the prices, which is in Kamay sa Palisdaan, 235 pesos. Let us see the chip price. The give price. So if I type in letter A here, the program will execute this statement, which is basically it's true. to the condition of menu equals A, or menu equals A of lowercase a. It displays the output statement. Pancit Lokban prices, Kamay sa Palaisdaan, 235. In Buddy's Restaurant, we have the 245. Kusina ni Paring Abel, 240. And now, it will jump here in our fourth void function, which is the cheap price. Recommended for its sulit value dish, lowest price, avail the Pancit Lokban of Kamay sa Palaisdaan for only 235 pesos. So this is it. We type in the input code A, which we can see the price of Kamay sa Palaisdaan is cheaper than the two restaurants, 245 and 240. And we have the if statements here, if and else if statement, and 10 out of 10. We will jump into the void function recom char ampersand recommend, which the programmer will recommend the best tasting food of the restaurant. So 10 out of 10, the Pancit Lokban of Kamay sa Palaisdaan really makes your life longer. Try it now. This is it, the Pancit Lokban. So we have there the while loop in our main function, and this is our void all function, which we declare, or we call it out in our main function to execute the program in our main function, so that we can make use of the while loop. So let us see here. If we test out this, let's say I type in A, we enter, the output will show here in our program. And if I press any key to continue, which is really here in our DOS, so if we press any key to continue, the user can order again however he or she likes. This is because of the while loop we made here, which is the loop var is not equal to 0, and we have the system pause, which is basically if the program will wait until the user hit any key, and it'll start clearing the screen here in system CLS, and it's going to go back here again in our function. So that's it. That is my program, project number 2. Which restaurant will be the best to buy a specific food based on their price and ranking. Sisig bangus, chicken barbecue, and it runs well. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching.